Okay, hi everyone. I've been tagged by Dan to do this cosplay thing, so yeah, doing it. Well, I'm Sammy. That's generally the name I go by. I have lots of different usernames. Sammy Superstara, Black Wings. But most of the time I go by Chimocho, which is CHIMOCHO. That's my DeviantArt username. But I mostly just get people to call me Sammy because that's my name. Right. Well, my two friends, Lane and Ari, they kind of got me into the whole anime and manga thing, which I really loved. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did, but I do. So Lane took me to October Expo in 2006. My god, that was ages ago. Yeah, so Expo 06. And I was walking around going, why the hell are people dressed up? And so I asked someone, and they said, oh, it's cosplay. And obviously I was a complete noob and knew nothing at all. So I looked it up with my friends, and we decided to cosplay for May Expo 2007. When we did, what did we do? We did Legend of Zelda. We did Ocarina of Time. We did the kiddie versions of everyone. I got to be Zelda. Yeah. Oh, good time. Well, like I said, I started cosplaying in May 07. I think I started sewing my costumes around the end of April. Really wasn't that well planned. I have done quite a few, and yet at the same time not very many. I've done Zelda, Tamari, Xeon, Naminé, Toru, Misa Misa, Colette, Misha from Pita 10, and I think that's it. So what's that? 8. Not very many at all. I make all my costumes except for Xeon, and I bought the coat for her because pleather plus me plus a sewing machine doesn't really equal a costume. So yeah, I try and make all my costumes, but if there are bits that are just beyond me or things that I could quite easily just go and buy, I would probably do that. My first cosplay was Tamari. I originally only planned to do Zelda from Ocarina of Time, and then Ari said, oh, there's a Naruto video release thing at Virgin Megastores somewhere in London. So I was like, oh wow, that sounds cool. I had no real idea what Naruto was. So she said, well, I'll do Ino, Lane can do 1010, and you can do Tamari because you're blonde. And I was like, yay, Tamari sounds good. Looked her up, loved her. So I started putting Tamari together. And that was technically my first cosplay that I wore. It was really not very good at all. I cut up an old bedsheet, which just happened to be the right colour. And then a pair of fishnet tights, sewed it together. It was kind of awful, but at the same time I was so proud of it because it was such a difficult costume to make, and I somehow managed to do it. And then I kind of remade it a little while later, and I'm just rambling, but... Okay, my favourite cosplay at the moment has got to be Xeon. For a long time it was Misha, because I just had so much fun as her. I just love being all cutesy and stuff. But since I've done Xeon and I've been part of an amazing Kingdom Hearts cosplay group, who I love, and so much love to all you guys, you are epic. But I just love being part of a group, and Xeon's just so much fun because, you know, no one really knows much about her, so I can kind of just make her up as I go along. It causes a couple of problems sometimes, not really knowing much about your character, but at the same time it's allowed me to really just use my imagination and come up with a character that I've pretty much fallen in love with cosplaying her. My favourite thing about cosplaying has got to just be the people. I just love hanging out with my friends, having something that I can, you know, just do with people and just enjoy myself. I also really love making things. I've never been much of a creative person, and this has really kind of brought out the creative side in me, so I'm quite pleased with that. And I love being able to start with like bagfuls of fabric and stuff and go, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing, and then at the end come out with something that I can just think, wow, I've actually made something. Pet peeves. Not entirely sure whether I have them. Oh, well, I don't like... okay. I'm really competitive myself, so this is going to sound really hypocritical, but I really hate when people are just so bitchy. I mean, you get it with everything, and it's just something that is bound to cosplay with anything that people put a lot of work into, but there's no real need for it, so if you can avoid the whole bitching, it'll just make life easier, and, you know, cosplay's for the enjoyment, so just have fun. My most recent finished cosplay would be Xeon. Well, she's not completely finished yet. I still need to make a Keyblade, because at the moment my Kingdom Key is just a pole. Yeah. So she's mostly finished, apart from the Kingdom Key, which I should be able to make by the end of February. I want to get that definitely finished by the time the game comes out. At the moment, I'm working on a couple of cosplays, namely Meowth from Pokemon and Makona from Tsubasa Chronicles. I've got fabric and stuff. This is for Meowth, and then I have white fur for Makona. I like fluffy things. I haven't really got particularly far on either of them, but look, I have ears. These are my Makona ears, and they're huge. But I love them. When my Makona wig arrives, I will sew them to the wig, but it hasn't yet. Yeah. So that's about it. Oh, I've got to tag people. I don't actually know who hasn't done it yet. Most people I know, have actually done this already. So Laura hasn't done hers yet, so I tag Laura. One Sky, one Destiny. Charlotte hasn't done hers yet. Sora 1992 or something. Josh, I don't think has been tagged. So Flames of Monkey, I don't know, something like that. And Nessie, because Nessie needs to do it, because I say so. Yeah. All done. Bye.